Hey guys, this is Debbie Boyer, and in this video segment we're going to talk about a great tool called Padlet. You can find it online for free with Padlet.com, and you'll just need to set up a username and password that you'll use to create your Padlet walls. Now here's an example. This was a professional development last summer, but before everyone left we asked them to add to the Padlet something that they learned for the day. And you can see that there's numerous things that are posted on this wall. They kind of overlap. I'll show you how to not make that happen, but it's just a fun way to check for understanding, to see what kids know, to post a question and have them collaborate to come up with an answer. Great use of tools with technology in the classroom. So let's get started. We're going to add a new Padlet up on the top black menu bar, and we're just going to open that up, and we have all kinds of tools under the wheel on the right hand side of the window. And when we open that up, it says, what little icon would you like to use? And you can choose one, and you can name your board. I'm going to name it Show What You Know. You could give a description here, and I might tell students directions. Enter your thoughts here. I can give directions there. When I'm looking at my menu items under that cogwheel too, I can see that there's wallpaper, and I like to choose something that's not so distracting to the kiddos. Here's a cork board, sand, wood, but I'm just going to use the cork board for now. I can also choose the way the kids respond and what that layout is going to look like. So freeform looked like the one while ago where they were kind of on top of each other. I could make it into a stream where it's all down the page. You'd have to scroll to read it, kind of like Facebook or Twitter. Or I can make it a grid where the kids' posts come in an organized fashion. So that's just up to you, and you can play with that. So that is how I want it set. I'm going to go to privacy next, and privacy gives me some control over who has access to just read the board or who has access to add comments and collaborate. So we could set it to private, and we would have to end up adding all of our students' emails here at the bottom. We can make it password protected, where we could share out a password to parents or someone else if we wanted to, that they could only view the kids' comments when we're all said and done. Or we could say that we're going to do this with kids and we're going to let them write, and we would put a password in that they would have to type in before they could get onto the wall. Another one is to have a hidden link, and that means that the Padlet will not be public unless they have a specific link. And you could send that link out through Google Classroom or QR code reader, however you would want to share that out with your students. And then there's one that's just totally public. If you wanted to have people comment, we probably wouldn't use that one as much with the classroom. So I could add the students' emails here if I chose to add them one at a time. I would probably do the hidden link or the password protected area with kiddos. You can also decide whether you want to moderate the post, and this means that you have to read them before they go live, and that might be the way you want to handle it. I also think you could choose to have an opportunity to discuss digital citizenship and what it means to post something public out for everyone to see, and just like you would with any digital tool that you use. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that change for me. And then notifications, you can choose to be send an email once a day on anything that's been added to the board. You might like that option. And then one that I like is for the address, and it lets me pick something that I would tell the kids to go to, because otherwise it's just going to be a bunch of numbers. So I could say go to padlet.com/Debbie Boyer 5 is my account number. And name, so whatever you set your account up will be here. And then I can choose what I want the end to be. So it might be Mrs. Boyer's class, or it could just be 4th grade, or whatever you'd want it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and put Boyer there. And let's not use caps. That'll be easier for the little guys not to have to put that cap in, and you could I would probably avoid numbers too, just to make it easy. And it tells me that that's available, and so I'm going to go ahead and click pick. So now when I get ready to share that out, here is the address I would share with my students for them to be able to access this board. There's a place that you can copy over this same board if you wanted to have a first period, a second period, however you want to do it. You could copy without the post or copy with the post. That's up to you. And then this one's kind of neat because when we go to delete, I don't really have to delete it. I could clear all of the post when we're done with it and then start a new so that I don't have to have a new address generated for every time we want to have a wall. So yes, I deleted, or wait, nope, don't want to delete that. We can use these to have some control over how things work for us in the classroom. Then all we would do is share out that link that we had for kids. So when I look back, we would share out the padlet.com/DebbieBoyer5/Boyer. And then when we got those, all our kids would have to do is click on the board, and then I would have them add their name at some point in here so that you'll know. So we might say Debbie and then what they think about the topic that you've given them. So they can just add some text in there. The next student can go in and add some text, and we'll say this is Justin. And Justin could say, I disagree. I think, and they can add their thoughts. And it'll just keep filling up the board, and it'll be in a grid format like we said to set it at. And I'm going to add one more, and we'll let this one be Kim. And when I get ready, I can add things to this post. So let's say we're studying mitosis. We've gone to Google, we've done a search for mitosis, we've pulled up all of this information. We might want to add an image to the Padlet, and when we find one that we like, we're just going to click on that, and instead of copying this link, that won't work in Padlet, we're going to go to view the image, and when we click on view the image, you notice it has a JPEG in the end of this web address. So we're going to copy that web address if we were students. We're going to come back, and in our post, we're going to add an image here just by the plus sign, and we would copy or paste that link and submit it. You notice the one that ends with JPEG. We're going to submit that, and it says, do you want to put that image in? And we say, yeah, we do. And we can put in all kinds of images, text. We can also have the students take a picture of something that they've created by using the Chromebooks and the camera. We love to have kids collaborate and think critically, so this is a great thinking tool and collaboration tool and communication tool. You can do all kinds of things with it. Try your hand at it. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing them. Thanks.